Greetings everyone, thank you for joining me. Leo, this is your October reading for 2020. Hey, thanks for waiting guys. I know you're one of the later ones to upload, but I often say the best things are kept until last. Now we are not out of the woods yet this year with kind of irksome planetary alignments. It started off in January with a pretty bad trio conjunction, and it's moved through this year with some wild stuff going on. It's affected all of us one way or another, and I think when we look back in a decade, when we've got through all this, we will know and understand that 2020 was an incredible changing point destination in our journey of life as humans on this planet. So we've been through a lot this year. We've had some very intense eclipses, we've had these wild conjunctions, we've had other stuff going on. We have now moved into the Mars energy until around about February of next year. Now when Mars is tromping through the cosmic galaxy causing trouble, there's not a lot left that's unturned. So we will all feel this at one level or another. It's gone into retrograde until the 14th of November, and that is going to be quite fiery and combustible. So you'll see this globally in big events, but you'll also feel it collectively and at your personal conscious level. So I think being forewarned is a really good analogy in life. It means you can step back sometimes and rethink a situation or a strategy and deploy a different line of thinking, especially if things become very combustible or fiery in a sudden. So this can affect things like relationships, how we think and feel, what we're going through. It can affect our jobs, careers, our communities and people around us. So with that, we move into October. Now I did some intuitive work for you guys before the reading, in fact nearly a week ago now. And this is what the messages were that you received. So your first one was bring a gentle touch. Well, it's just what I've really been saying actually. And then almost like a dichotomy, it said reclaim your power. And then I've written here, I'm getting opposite energies and messages like a chameleon, two sides, dichotomies, you are this and that. So I think this could be really prudent for you guys to be able to see both sides of a story, to expand a horizon point or an event timeline, to be able to see into another dynamic or see things from another perspective or look at a certain thing in a new light or from a new direction. It might also be that you get things coming to you from unexpected directions, and these could be future opportunities that are opening up, and they may not seem as though they are opportunities at that moment in time, but I feel like they will be expansive and they will expand. Now I do think this is a timing issue, and it could be that they take a while to open up and expand. Anyhow, yeah, so you had to bring the gentle touch and then reclaim your power as well. So we will get into the shuffling for your cards. We are using these 3 decks that you see in front of you. The first one is a full tarot deck, and it uses the chakra energy as well. So let's start the shuffling. Now you're probably going to say, what are those things on your hands? And I'll tell you, these are a program that I'm running on myself with my new wellness device called the Healy. So it's a perfect time to sit and run this vibrational frequency while you are doing work such as this. It's coming in from the morphogenic energy field, and I'm treating myself to a bout of detoxifying at the moment. So I'm a really sensitive person, and I pick up a lot of things like chemical or pollutant or environment toxins that run through the air, and they affect me quite negatively. So I run the toxins program fairly often for myself. So it's a 53-minute program, and it's constantly changing frequencies that are being delivered into my morphogenic field in my body, into my cells, which are helping to relieve any toxic energy that might be in there or any environmental pollutants that may have come in to create a weakness. So that's just running in the background, but I thought I would explain it to you. I'll pop it to the side and we will carry on with your reading. So this is for Leo for October. We have our first card out, and oh my God, do you see that? And it's upside down, which is so much like the message I just said. Bring a gentle touch and reclaim your power. So by having the strength upside down card, it feels to me as though that some of you have lost a degree of your power, as if something has come in that has disabled you a little bit. Now this could be in any different area of your life, but there may be some of you who are feeling a bit flat or weakened. You know, when you think about it, we've been through a really tough year. It's tough for a lot of people in different ways. Like some people have found this particularly tough in the financial sector. Some people have lost their jobs. Other people have found it tough in the health realm because they have been affected by the big V, by this virus that has permeated our society. Other people have found it tough because they have been emotionally affected, not being able to be free, you know, being in lockdown, or not being able to mix or meet or see their friends or families, or not be able to travel. So there are many different aspects where this year has perhaps flattened us in some way or another. So when the Strength card comes out upside down, this is very much about having lost your mojo a little bit, if you like. So it's exactly how we started off the reading, about bringing your strength back, regaining your power, but by doing so with a gentle touch. Now the Strength card in the tarot deck is very much about doing it in a gentle way and reclaiming your majestic Leo the lion power that can be yours if it's reharnessed again, if it's reactivated, if it's reinitiated. Now for each of you this may come in through a different means, but there are so many ways that we can recharge our batteries. For instance, that's exactly what I'm doing now. I'm literally recharging my batteries. So for some people, meditation, taking time out, giving yourself a personal reward, and it doesn't have to be an expensive reward, but it's treating yourself to some form of positivity or harmony or balance. There's eating yellow foods and orange foods, there's meditating with those colours, there's wearing those colours, there's spending time in meditation, going on a retreat. All of these things can help turn a flattened self-confidence or a flattened bioenergetic field, or your body that might be weak or lacking strength, or your emotional or spiritual realm that might be weakened. All of those things that I've mentioned can slowly turn it back round in a gentle manner, bringing you back to a harmony, balance of inner strength that is not fierce or wild or out of control, but it brings itself back in this calm and peaceful resonance of powerful energy that doesn't need to be roaring like the king of the beasts. He still maintains his beautiful power sitting there regally, and she, the Leo here now that we're talking to, of course, is also powerful without being overbearing and over dominating, but in a peaceful, grand way. What a wonderful start. And I will put it up the right way for you guys, because that will help harness the energy of reinstigating any feeling of lost power for any reason. And because we've got that beautiful orange card, and I can see this orange glowing crystal above it, I'm also going to put that on there. That's an orange calcite, which is very good for bones and different things along those lines, which might also be important for some of you. May have had bones that are causing a problem or a bone issue. But anyhow, orange calcite brings in a lot of positive energy through that orange glow that it has, because the sun is orange, you know, technically it's got an orange glow about it. So you're also getting some sort of cosmic warming of the sun coming in. Now some of you may even be benefited by taking vitamin D, which is particularly great for good health, especially if you haven't been out in the sun much yourself lately. Taking a bit of vitamin D, as in the form of a tablet, can be very, very beneficial for your overall health and your emotional well-being. So let's see what else is coming in next. The Five of Swords. Okay, that kind of matches with this feeling of having maybe lost a bit of your mojo. the Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, and the Devil card as well. So two major arcanas, and both of them here in this orange field, which is our sacral chakra energy, which is where we're creative, where we find our passion, where we are inspired to bring things into manifestation and be able to produce things into this realm. So it often affects our job, our ideas, something that comes from the thought form into the physical and material world. So if there is some out of balance in this part of you, which when you think about it, that's how they started off, with this one upside down and that one the right way up, that shows us that there's a degree of out of balance in the feeling around you, because the Devil card often is being out of balance in something, and this one was reversed. So by turning this one up the right way, bringing in a little bit more strength and balancing out what might be causing this feeling around the Devil card, we can then move forward with some positivity. So let's look into what the Devil might be. It turns up often when there is an obsession, or there's some sort of tendency to be overwhelmed, or to be not honoured or not free-flowing. So for example, you could be addicted to something as well, which could be foods or an alcohol or a substance. It could be exercise, or it could be an attitude, or it could be a person, or it could be a love relationship, or it could be a job. It could be spending. You know, so some of these things may need to be brought back into balance and back into a harmony field to create your strength, your Leo lion strength again, and give you that feeling of confidence and power to push down any negative aspect that may be playing a role. Now, when I say push it down, I don't mean that we have to hide from it, or that we can't address it properly. We all have light and dark, so we all have aspects of us that have a degree of obsessive behaviour or addictive behaviour, but it's when it becomes out of balance that's when the problem appears. Now, sometimes this can also turn up when there is a relationship that is out of balance, and sometimes this is the other person can be dominating us one way or another, and they can be holding us to a chain, literally. Sometimes this can be a narcissistic type relationship that you could be involved with someone who is demeaning you or lowering your self-esteem or your sense of freedom. Now, if any of you are at any point in a problem with a relationship, it is advisable to seek external help through a mediator, a moderator, a counsellor, or even an official person such as a police person. So there has been a lot of an increase of this globally around the world, where we've seen during lockdown periods, people who are in close relationships have found that they actually are not entirely suited to each other, and they aren't balanced for each other, and there have been probably more breakups this year than under normal circumstances, because people are waking up to the fact that some of these relationships have not been based on equality and balance, but they have been out of balance. It could just be a personal thing that you're going through yourself, and you might be feeling a little bit obsessive about something, or the need for a bit of an addiction at the moment to get you through a year that is pretty hard work for a lot of people. So that might be something to think about yourself, and to enable more of this power to be gifted to you, and to, pull it in and activate it and let go of this, and offer yourself some freedom from feeling as though something is owning you, or it's like it's keeping you from feeling light and feeling as if you can move on. Now, if we come to these two down here, the Five of Swords is a little bit of a murky card, in as much that it can actually mean there can be a bit of an argument that goes on with people, but oftentimes this is when you decide to stand your ground and be heard. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm all for that, to be honest, and I think us fire signs, I think we are. It's just that if you do that at this point in time when this card shows up, it can sometimes be a warning card to say, okay, if you say something too much or push the barriers too far, these people could walk away for good. So there may be some people in your life who you might be dissatisfied with and who you feel need to listen to your side of the story. And as I say, that's all good. But if you push it too hard or you say things a little bit too harshly, it's not going to go down very well and they could possibly leave forever. Now, if you're ready for that and you're ready to move on and you're not particularly bothered too much whether these people stay in your life or not, then so be it. That's fine. You let it happen. But if you kind of are thinking that maybe it would be nice if you could have a resolution around these topics or these people or relationships, then handling the situation in a slightly different way will have a better outcome. Now again, this card is a good card in terms of suggesting that things like mediation or having another person come in to help out might be beneficial. Then we come to the Princess of Wands, which is like the Page of Wands. She is invigorating. She's captivating your passionate side again, and she's bringing in this ability to kick into action thoughts, ideas, passions, dreams, concepts. So she's a great card to put, if you like, on top of these two up here to activate a positivity belt. So in applying these two together, or these three, and we bring this green in and we balance out a little bit of this orange in the background, we create a higher flow of energy, because these two are the sacral chakra and this one with the colour is the heart chakra. Although technically they're all in the sacral chakra energy belt. But we're bringing in this little bit of different energy or different power. It's like plugging in a battery. You're adding an extra electrical charge or circuit to this whole thing to expand it and to improve it and allow it to grow and move. So it's interesting. As I said in the very beginning, there's a dichotomy of messages coming, and we're getting this feeling of power and of wanting to regain your power, and then of perhaps people around you, both the Devil and the Five of Swords, who may have been causing like a juxtaposition and a deflating of your energy. So these people could be people you know at a personal level. They could also be a little bit further distance than that. They could be people within a community or even within a workplace area. Let's see what's next for you guys, for Leo, for October 2020. Okay, so the Queen of Cups has come out. She's a court card and can represent people in your life. So there's a possibility that this person may play a role. She is often a water sign person. She may be someone you meet. Now, she often is affiliated with the heart or emotions. So it's often around a relationship and more so about the emotional side of it. So we don't usually associate these people necessarily with businesses or with career. But of course it can be. It's open to any perspective or dynamic. But she could be someone that you are meeting that could turn out to be a new romantic partner or someone you become very fond of, or that you can share your stories or your emotional perspective with. She is a great listener. They often have your back, so they can often be people who will support you along your journey and who may be like a nurturing person for just being there for you, to lift you up and to give you some emotional strength and guidance. Let's see what else is coming out for Leo for October 2020. They're kind of really wanting to jump out. They're all over the place, which makes sense again because of the messages we got in the first instance. So now we've got another court card person in. This can be yourself. This is the King of Wands. He's the fire sign energy. It would be quite nice if this was you, because when the kings come out happy like this, in their right position and facing the right way up, it designates a sense of power within your own astrological sign. So that could be too that you are regaining some power, which is what we said in the very beginning. He definitely is creative, he's passionate, he has ideas, and when he's in his best position and firing up, he's powerful. So that's regaining that power, and that's mustering up ideas and thoughts and bringing them into manifestation. It is possible as well that he is someone else in your life who was a cohort or perhaps a friend, again, or another supporter. These two could be related. They could be partners in life that are there for you and supporting you one way or another. The Hierophant is about doing things legally and following the rule books. So this might be a time to apply some, not necessarily diplomacy, but to apply some logic and some factual given information into things that you're either looking at or doing or thinking about. The Hierophant is very much associated with religious perspectives sometimes and following that kind of rule. It might even be that some of you feel as though you are bound and restricted by governance or by societal beliefs or rules, and it might be that perhaps where you're living in a country at the moment, you're still being forced to behave in a certain manner because of the big V. You see on the bottom of the card, we've got the V. So maybe this big V is causing some Hierophant attitudes that we're all finding a little bit restrictive. And oftentimes, as I said, us fire signs like our freedom, and we're not that keen on following rules necessarily. But this is a time not to break the rules, because breaking the rules is going to cause more unbalance within your own psyche and within your own realm. So I think this again could be a bit of a card that talks about just following the protocol, behaving in the appropriate manner. Also, sometimes there can be lessons coming in from a higher realm, your higher self, or from a greater cosmic perspective. And this here, the I up the top, is about learning to trust your intuitive abilities and connect to your psychic abilities and listen to those messages that are coming in, because they could be quite important. So just one more from this deck before we move on to the next deck of cards. This is for Leo, October 2020. One more for them to see, hear or understand what is in store for October. Okay. The Queen of Coins, another court card. It's funny, there have been quite a few court cards turn up in these October readings, so it feels to me as if people are, I don't know if it's merging with others or mixing with others a little bit more freely, but we're seeing interaction or communication with other people. So she can often be an earth sign person, and again, she's actually quite good with finances. So sometimes she will turn up when there's something financial going on in your life. I'm also looking up just above her chair, and what do we see up here? Another beautiful lion. And do you see he's a wee bit more activated? He's got like this little bit more charging in him. It's not aggressive, it's not fiery, but he's in action. So it's as if something over the journey of October either clears itself, or you regain momentum, or you regain some form of activation. Now this could be for some of you in your financial sector. I also love this crown on the back of the seat. I'm thinking of like the Leo king of the forest, the king of the beasts. It's feeling as if there's something like an energetic field coming back in for some of you, and it will literally help increase some sort of energy coming into your life. So for some of you, this could be around money. So it may not be necessarily like a gift or winning lotto, but it might be an increase in the way your money is flowing or how it's coming in. It could be associated with your career or your job as well. So I think she bodes quite well. She could also be a person that you actually meet. She could be, again, a potential partner, or she may be someone who is a financial advisor, or someone who is useful or helpful to you in and around your financial sector, possibly a new employer or a person you work with, or a new boss, or something along those lines as well. Plenty to think about. Now, if you notice, all these last cards have all been a very similar colour palette. They're the bluey and pinkish colours, purple and pinkish colours. Now they're up in the third eye and the crown chakra, and that's where we do all our intuitive work. when we open up to the cosmic force. And when we do that, we are just connecting to a higher sense of vibrational field that allows us the cosmic flow, which helps to bring in positive manifestation. So there we are. Let's move to the second lot of cards for Leo for October 2020 and see what's in store here for you. Leo, October. These ones aren't quite so keen to come out in a hurry. That's beautiful, and that's another confirmation of the messages we were just saying before. So this is the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. She's been out a little bit, and it must be a month that is favourable for her. Do you see where she's activated from? The top of the crown chakra. And this is what we were just talking about when I said there's all these purpley hues and pinks. This is her domain. So she is definitely here and available for you in this month of October to call upon, to activate the psychic connection or the cosmic flow of manifestation. If you are attending any important meetings that require clear communication, whether it's written or through a Zoom meeting, or it's a business meeting, or it's maybe an interview for something, take her with you, because she's very powerful in negotiations and discussions and meetings. Utilize her at any time through the month, and also remember that she is activating this cosmic force field. So she sits so well in harmony with that colour palette. It's like that is being vibrated up to you at this very moment in time. You can feel the colour vibration coming up. In fact, just before I go any further, I'll pull them all up for you to bring them closer in. And of course, all of these cards are all kind of people oriented, and they've got so many faces with them too. Other than her as being an angel, all of the other people may play a role in something quite important for you that is an aspect of moving forward, or connection, or flow, or change. So feel the power of the colour palette that's there right in front of you, because that's really intense. I'm getting an intensity from it that is really quite pleasurable, actually. So we'll carry on and see what else is coming out for you. For Leo, perfect. And it's on the side as if it needed to have a little bit of extra balance coming in. Number 22, yin and yang. It's about bringing harmony and balance back into your morphogenic field, into your cellular body, into your cosmic being. Now, when this card comes out, I often feel that it is an indicator that balance is on the way. So work is under progress. It's ongoing for this to happen. Let's see what else is in store here for Leo. Leo the lion. I love all the lions that have turned up. Oh my God. That is just so powerful. Boom. I don't even need to say anything, but what I will do, I will gather our trio of lions. And I will let you empower yourself with your astrological sign of incredible strength and durability and capability of continuing on, you know, even if you've been through a period of hardship, or even if you've just felt a bit flattened, or even if you're in a really good space, and some of you will be high flying it and high rolling it and having a great time. And even if that is you, just embrace this powerful energy. And the number 3 is the Trinity number. It's the Trinity number of immense power. The Holy Trinity. It's the connection of all that is. So that is so beautiful for you guys. 3 gorgeous lions, and more angel of strength to be rebalanced, reharmonized, re-energized. One more for you guys to come out. They're so lovely anyhow. I'm wondering if any more lions will turn up. Goddess of the moon, there's something in here for you guys. Maybe the moon plays a role in what is happening, which could be, you know, about the planetary alignments. It's also about trusting your intuition and really connecting with that side of you. It's a very feminine aspect of life and connecting into the feminine powers. Even if you're a man listening, we all have male and female aspects of us. And the feminine side is very nurturing, trusting. It listens to intuition and it brings balance and harmony in again. So remember to focus what we talked about before on balance. The moon may hold messages for you as well as things that happen at night, even dreams, messages of dreams, dreamscapes, astral travel. Oh, I think we said we would finish with that one. So now we will come to the last deck of cards and we will see what is in here for Leo. Leo, the lion, king of the beasts. What is in here for them? No surprises. We've just talked about it. I said trust your intuition, and we've had so much of it with Uriel in the 7th chakra with the same color palettes. So we're getting more of all this beautiful purpley blue in at the higher the crown chakra. Some of you might feel like electric charges coming in. You might feel like your body is being electrified or opened up. You might get these amazing ideas or concepts or charges running through your body. But here's all these others that are in this similar color palette, and we had so many of them. All the purpley blues, they're all giving off some amazing vibe for you. I can't even hold them all because there's so many. And messages of intuition and this crown chakra. Maybe you guys needed your crown chakra cleared, because that of course is where our thoughts are and our mind. And if some of you have had a clogged mind or clogged thoughts, or like just feeling flat or just dreary or no energy, this might be the best area to have cleared it all for you and created some sort of opening or energetic field. One last one, and then that is the last of the messages for Leo. This one. Passion, desire, fun, fulfillment, and joy. And you know, I said it might be like you get a spark of electricity through your body, as if something's sparking you up, reinvigorating you, creating ideas and concepts, recharging your electrical circuitry. Look at that one. That's the same type of feeling that I received when you got this. So you, again, double messages about this electrical impulse or charge, or recharging something up and finding desire and fun and fulfillment and joy back in your life. So it's a really powerful reading for you guys, and I hope that for any of you who have been feeling a bit flat or just you know, as if life could be more fun or offer more fulfillment or a bit more joy in your life, then this is the time to leap into this. Activate yourself with this reading. Take these energies, take a photo of some of the cards that have turned up and put them in your under your pillow or on your fridge or even in your phone, and walk around with these electrical charges really invigorating you at every level. So thank you for joining me, guys, and for subbing the channel in particular, for pushing the notification button, for liking the video. Leave your comments. It's really wonderful to be part of the community, to all share in each other's journeys and support along the way as well. And I do wish you the very best of a wildly electrifying month ahead, with lots of passion and intuition, and Leo the lion power regaining strength. So let's just finish with getting those 3 lions back in to the field of vision, and yeah, wishing you all the very, very best. So thank you again. Check your moon and rising signs as well, and be yourselves and re-harmonize your energy and feel the power of the strength of a Leo. Much love, everyone. Namaste.